on the blue team and the left side of the map. In the Petros Warthog, we have CrimsonBlade2, and on the right side of the map in the green team, we also have a Warthog, this time a Beppo Warthog, piloted by Killer752. Interesting mirror matchup, folks. I'm not sure if I can hover the pilot bonuses here, but we are going to see Petros. Actually, I'm not sure what Petros does, but Beppo is much of the heavy slow tank. And Petros is going to be a quicker, more nimble, also does have some damage resistance, I believe, in his stats. But we'll just see who's able to handle this match better. CrimsonBlade opening up with that fairly standard 3 Longhorn that we saw last game. And it looks like Killer doing 2 levelers in a Longhorn. And we're seeing some next level spinning strategies here. As he takes that Longhorn and moves immediately to engage that T-99, his health getting pretty low. If he's not careful, this next volley could do him some real harm. He does get out of the way in time, and he's going to make it with a minimum of casualties. Meanwhile, CrimsonBlade, moving in a little bit more slowly, is most likely going to have the disadvantage here in terms of actually capturing the outpost, though we will see. Killer gonna be moving in on the rear to harass some of these tanks, and Crimson's back at his base and unable to react. Loses 1 Longhorn, 2 Longhorns, 3 Longhorns, and he's brought 1 back to compensate. But that is a huge death blow for him and puts him at one hell of a disadvantage coming into this mid-fight. As Killer lands to once again harass another one, and Crimson needs to just get in the way, not stand to the side as he loses another tank. It is looking very bad for him, and if any of my predictions are accurate, this game's going to be over very quickly, as Killer already has control of middle, and Crimson has no units in the way. Attempting some harassment, Killer's there to block it. He's got 2 levels and Beppo up on Petros, so he's not going to be able to do a lot of effective harass, as he's shoving out with some flackers and a lone Longhorn. Those flackers are just going to get cut up on the bridge. Oh no, they're heading towards middle, but they are nonetheless going to be cut up, as Killer is able to react to each one individually, and does bring CrimsonBlade down at some point during all that. And that leaves CrimsonBlade with a mere 8 upkeep on the field to Killer's 23. Using the new Vulcans, this is actually the first that I believe we've seen of the Vulcan in competitive play. But seeing as we do have anti-air assets on the ground for Killer, I doubt that we'll be seeing them have too much effect whenever he does end up sending them out. CrimsonBlade does have that lone T-99 defending his outpost, so he might be able to hold up against somewhat of an assault. Meanwhile, those Vulcans are going in. They're going to very quickly get cut to shreds before they can do any appreciable damage, killing a lone Jackal. And it's not looking good for Crimson, as yet another understaffed push is annihilated, and Killer's up to 28 upkeep, and has actually, in the confusion, successfully cheesed one of Crimson's rear outposts, and is most likely now going to be spamming some units there to consolidate his control and perhaps go for a death blow. As Killer once again does some effective harass, not going to get any kills this time, but he's cemented his control of that outpost, as well as middle, and can probably afford to send out a push soon, which he does. Meanwhile, Killer just has a swarm of Vulcans, if you can call 4 a swarm, along with a lone flacker, and Killer's now moving in. Looks like he's going to be sending that push straight to the base, most likely in conjunction with these Jackals, to end a quick death blow. And Crimson is trying to drop those Vulcans in defensive positions. They're gonna push out though, and not actually end up doing a whole lot. It's possible that they'll bring this base down, but at this point that doesn't matter all that much, as there's a fairly substantial unit mass, and Killer is able to successfully command mode it away from any defending units. It looks like this match is going to be over very quickly, folks. And here we go, Crimson Blade desperately using his air-to-ground to try and destroy a few of these units, but he may be lagging or something because he is just not putting his fire in the right place, and it is all over, folks. Outpost health falling very quickly, no defensive units remaining. That 1 T99 is just a drop in the bucket of damage that Killer is doing, and that is all she wrote, with Crimson Blade swiftly being eliminated, and Killer752 moving on to the round of 8. Once again, a good game.